What's up, y'all? So my name is Elizabeth and I'm here to tell you guys my story, testimony on how I was married to a demonic warlock / member of the Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity. So bear with me. I'm gonna try to get everything out in one video, but I feel like I'm gonna have to do a part 2 and part 3 because there's just so many details. So for this video, I'm gonna just give the relevant details. So yeah, I was married to a demonic warlock who almost took my life. He ended up trying to sacrifice me. God saved me, and by the grace of God, I'm still alive, but I was not supposed to even be here to even tell this story because he literally tried to sacrifice me to the organization. So I'm gonna start from the beginning. Like I said, there's so many details. I feel like I'm gonna end up having to write a book or just do it in different details, but I don't want this video to be super long because I'm in the car, I'm running errands, and I have stuff to do. So I'm gonna just give the relevant details out. So I met him back in 2010. That's when I first entered my freshman year of college. I went to Tennessee State University. Prior to that, I did not know anything about Greek life. I think I attended a step show when I was like 5 years old with my older sister. But other than that, I didn't know anything about Greek life until I went to Tennessee State University. And on the first day, they had like all the fraternities and the sororities out there, like strolling, whatever. I'm like, okay, this looks cool. And the alphas were out there. They were the main ones out there greeting people. And I'm like, okay, they looked really friendly. So I was naturally drawn to the alphas because they were down to earth. So like later on, maybe like a few weeks later, it was like they had like an event. One of my close friends, we were like really good friends. We're not friends anymore because she ended up teaming up with him to betray me. But it was a girl named Ashley. We were really good friends. She introduced me to him. She was like, we went to the event. She was like, hey, I want you to meet my homeboy. He's an alpha. He's cool. I think he's somebody that you should know because he's popular or whatever. So she introduced me to him, and then that was it. We just shook hands and then went our separate ways. I didn't end up seeing him again until like a year later. It was like that summer. That same friend Ashley. I was back this time. I was back in Atlanta because it was summer break. It was Greek picnic weekend, something like that. But the same girl Ashley called me. She was like, the alphas are in town. We should go. You should come out with us. We're gonna go get some drinks, whatever. So I went, and I ended up running into him again. And we ended up click. That's when we got to know each other on a friend level. He was cool. We had a lot in common. You know, it was nothing like that, but we were just friends. So the school year starts. We go into 2011. I ended up leaving TSU. I did not graduate. I left because I was going through a lot of financial problems and I could no longer afford tuition. So I just dropped out of school. And I moved back to Atlanta, got a job. I moved in with my sister, whatever, and just went on about my life. He stayed. I guess he graduated. So 2012, I guess when he graduated, he ended up moving to Atlanta. So I didn't know he was in Atlanta because I was living my life. I think I seen him on Instagram. I seen that he was in Atlanta. And then we connected, you know, like that. It was like, I was like, okay, I didn't know you was in Atlanta. He was like, okay, yeah, you know, I live here now. We should hang out. And then we hung out. Then that's when that is how that's how we got into a relationship. We started out as friends, and then the drama began. So, like I said, we actually linked back up in 2013, not 2012. So yeah, 2013, we linked back up. Like I said, there's so many juicy details. I might have to write a book or make a separate video. So yeah, when we linked up in 2013, we instantly clicked and we was hanging out every single day. Mind you, when we hung out, he told me he had denounced being an alpha. He said he's no longer affiliated with the organization. He told me that the president of the organization was a pedophile and there was so many dark secrets, and he didn't want anything to do with the organization. He distanced himself from his blind brothers. He was not going to none of the events. He got rid of all his paraphernalia. So I believed him. I believed him that he was he denounced or whatever, but he didn't really denounce. He was just, I don't know, he was just saying that, I guess. But the relationship was very, very toxic, and I didn't know why then, but now I know it's because I was married to a demon. The reason why I said I was married to a demon, because the origins of his fraternity is actually Satanism. So me being married to him, by default, I'm like, I guess I'm associated with that too by default. Even though I grew up in a Christian household, all of that, just me being associated with him, I was associated with the organization. That's why I feel like it's a need for me to officially denounce him, denounce all ties with him. I'm not connected with him. I'm not associated with him. And I really did not even want to make this video, but I feel like God is really forcing me to make this video. I did not want to speak on him ever again in my life. I'm actually embarrassed that I even know him, but I feel like I feel God wants me to make this video because there's other people who are probably going through this and need to hear my testimony. So yeah, I want to be obedient to God. That's why I'm making this video. But yeah, the whole entire relationship was extremely toxic, from like day one. Like, and I didn't see it as like it being a demonic relationship. I thought I was just going through like spiritual warfare, like the devil was trying to like break up a happy home. That wasn't it at all. That was really God just trying to warning me that this is not the relationship for me. But yeah, the whole entire relationship is very toxic. I barely have any good memories, and I'm not even exaggerating. Like, I probably have one good memory. That's when we made a song, but that's it. Other than that, the whole relationship, like from the time, like literally every time we would link up, like something bad would happen. Either me and him would get into like an altercation with other people. Like, we would attract the police. Like, it was just so much warfare. Going to jail, having to live in hotels. Like, the whole relationship was extremely just dark. So that's actually lesson number 1, and I want to include life lessons that I've learned too in this video. Never date a man when he's at his lowest. Never date him when he's on the come up. He will resent you for it. Literally, I've tried it. I don't think you should have to help a man build. I feel like a man should build by himself, and that's not to be shady, but I've literally tried it and it backfired. It blew up in my face. So I don't recommend that. I don't recommend helping a man build. He needs to build by himself, and when he's ready, when he's where he needs to be in life, then he can come looking for you. But anyway, so let's skip to like I said, I'm leaving a lot of details out. I need to write a book. So let's skip to 2015. We was having some financial difficulties. So he was like, let's move to Indiana. That's where he's from. We could stay with my mom for a few months while we stack up. We don't have to pay rent. You know, we could just save our money. And I agreed. Looking back, I don't know why I agreed, because he was homeless. I was never homeless. I still have family. This was before like my family betrayed me. I was still cool with my family. I didn't like, I could have, you know, easily went back home to my mom. But I decided to thug it out with him, and that was a mistake. So yeah, we get to Indiana. Mind though, before we get to Indiana, he took me to Indiana before, like a year before this, in 2014. His little brother was graduating high school, so they invited me to the graduation. So we went to Indiana in 2014 for his little brother's graduation, and that was the first time I met his family. Toxic. His mom is an extreme narcissist. I don't like using the word narcissist, but she's an extreme narcissist, and she has extreme control issues. His sister is a narcissist too. So that was the first red flag. I should have took It's like I ignored every red flag. So I met his family. His sister was very stuck up. His sister is AKA, that's another person that tries to sacrifice me. I'll talk about that later in the video. But yeah, when I met his family, it was just really bad vibes. They didn't, I don't know if they really, I don't know, I guess they didn't really like me like that for whatever reason. His whole family was weird, to be honest. The only solid person in his family was his grandmother. Everybody else kind of just, was kind of like stuck up. And I asked him why, like later on after the graduation. I'm like, is there something wrong? Like, I noticed your family was not really feeling me like that. And he told me, he said it's because you don't kiss their ass. He told me, he said females that I brought in the past, they kiss my family's ass. They allow my family to talk to them any kind of way, but you're not like that. You're not seeking validation, and that's why they don't like you. He even told me that a girl that he dated in the past, she would allow his sister to like beat her up or like talk to her crazy, and that's not me. So I guess that's where the disconnect comes from. You're not about to talk to me crazy, damn sure not about to put your hands on me. So I think that's why his family was not really feeling me like that. I was not pressed to like, I don't know, I was not like thirsty to be cool with them. I didn't care if they accepted me or not. And I'm like that with everybody, not just them. I'm like that with my family too. Like, I don't care if you like me or not. I'm not about to go out my way to bow down. That's something I will not do. You like me, you like me. You don't, you don't. So that was my first impression of his family. I've always felt like they was like, I don't know, kind of like undercover haters, but I didn't let it really get to me, So yeah, 2015, we moved in with his mom. His mom she was okay at first. Everything was cool. Mind you, I only stayed there for 2 months, but within that 2 months period, his mom literally tried to kill me. So within that 2 months, I ended up getting pregnant or whatever. I took a pregnancy test, and the test came back positive. So I told him, I left the pregnancy test. I threw the pregnancy test in the trash can. I should have like threw it away outside somewhere, but I left the pregnancy test like by the trash can. And I guess his mom must have went in the trash can and seen that I was pregnant. She didn't let us know that she knew, but I knew she knew, because when I went back to try to like get the pregnancy test, it was gone. So I know she must have went in the trash can and got it. So I think it was either later that day or maybe the next day, his mom made me a special plate. She made us both the meal, and I knew she poisoned my food because she had 2 plates laid out. And when I went to reach for a plate, she's like, no, that's not for you, that's for him, this is your plate. And I'm like, okay. So I ate the food. Literally the next day, I was rushed to the emergency room. I thought I was going to die. I lost the baby, had a miscarriage. But like, that wasn't it. Like, I was in severe pain. Like, I was in the hospital. Like, I thought I was going to die. Like, I'm like, this lady is crazy. Like, she really tried to take my life. And I told him that, like, I've always been real intuitive. I wasn't as tapped in as I was now, but I was always like intuitive. I always like always knew, like, you know what I'm saying, what was going on. So I told him, I'm like, your mom must have poisoned me. Like, this is weird. Like, that was strike one. That was actually all like really I needed to like get the hell on. So after that happened, I'm like, okay, I'm about to go back home. This is crazy. Like, your mom is crazy. That was my first experience of her being crazy. So I'm secretly planning, like, I'll call my mom. I'm like, I want to come back home. They send me money for a ticket to get back home. In between there, like, after the whole miscarriage, I guess after the mom poisoned my food, she started to begin to, like, I don't know, like, it got really weird. Like, she started to talk down to me. Like, the disrespect got really, really bad. Like, she just got real disrespectful. I don't know why. I don't know if it was because I was pregnant. I don't know what it was, but she got real disrespectful. Like, the whole family started to get real disrespectful. So I was like, okay, I'm out. And I didn't like how she was treating him too. Like, the whole dynamic was weird. Like, and that's another reason I feel like they did not like me, because I was opening his eyes to people, like to his family. I was pointing out their ways, and they didn't like that. But yeah, so my mom sent me some money for a ticket. And I'm gonna speak on my family too. My family is not perfect. They did some foul shit too, but that's gonna be in a different video. But yeah, so I told him, I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to go. He was like, no, please don't leave. Like, I want to come with you. I don't want to be here. So he ended up leaving too. He was like, okay, let's go back to Atlanta. It's crazy here. So when we're heading on our way back to Atlanta, like, that's when the gang stalking got, like, that's when his family started to, like, turn up like a notch of being as far as like being toxic. Like, that was blowing. Like, I don't know why his family was so mad that we left. Like, I don't even live there. It's not even my city. I don't know why his family was so upset, but his family was so upset that we wanted to leave. His sister, his mom, they started calling us, cussing. His sister started cussing us out. I'm like, that's a red flag. I'm like, it's not weird to you. Like, why is your sister cussing us out because we want to leave? You're a grown ass man. Your sister should not be talking to us like this. But she started cussing us out, calling me out my name and all that. So me, I'm going to defend myself. I don't care if it's your sister. I don't care if it's your mom. If somebody talks to me crazy, I'm going to defend myself. And they didn't like that either. They thought that I was supposed to just shut the fuck up because I was in a relationship with him. No, ma'am. I will cuss you out. I don't care if it's your grandmother, your mother, your sister, you will get cussed out. But yeah, so I'm skipping parts. We make it back to Georgia. The attacks did not stop. Let me fast forward to, I'm gonna get to the part to where he tried to sacrifice me. I'm just trying to speak on the relationship so I can see how toxic it was. So what happened? So we get back to Georgia. It's 2015. Mind you, we get our own apartment in the city. Mind you, the whole time his sister is attacking us, trolling us the whole time. That's why I feel like his sister was like jealous of me, because I'm not understanding why she was so obsessed with our relationship. It was weird. Like, I have siblings. I'm one of 7. I never cared about who my brothers dated, never cared about who my sisters dated. Like, I've never seen that before. So the way his sister was so obsessed with the relationship, it was giving emotional incest. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm like, his mother too. And I would try to point that out to him. I'm like, that's not normal. Like, your mom and your sister act like your baby mama. Like, that's not normal. But he didn't really see it like that. He kind of just brushed it off. But I say this to say that was lesson number 2. When you're dating somebody, that their family is just as important. Don't overlook that. If you're about to date somebody and they have a toxic family, that is a red flag. I'm telling you, that is a red flag. Run. I was miserable my entire relationship. And half the reason why I was miserable, because his family was so obsessed with me. His sister and his mother, like, trolled me, harassed me, talked shit about me the entire relationship. I thought it was going to be points to where it stopped. It never stopped. Even to this day, I'm not even in a relationship with him. I broke up with him. I left him like a year ago. And his mom and sister are still doing witchcraft on me. It never stopped. Like, I regret even meeting his family. I regret even meeting him. But that's a lesson. Please pay attention to the person you date and pay attention to their family. Do not date anybody that their family is too emotionally involved in them. That's not, no. I feel like as a grown man needs to know how to separate the two. He did not know how to separate the two. He used to let his family bully him, and I don't like that. He never stood on business. He never stood up for himself. He never stood up for the relationship ever. And that is a red flag. Okay, so let's skip to 2021. I got pregnant with my 4th child. And mind you, in between, we was struggling really bad, going through family drama. His family never stopped being obsessed with me. They never stopped trolling me. Jail interactions, police interactions, living in hotels. It was just crazy, like a lot of drama. So by 2021, but by this time he had distanced himself from his family. He finally took my advice and he cut his family off. And when that little period where he cut his family off, we actually had a little piece. It wasn't a lot, it was like a little piece. So I don't know what happened. I guess in 2000 and 22, he ended up linking up back up with his sister, and I think that's when the plot to sacrifice me, that's when that happened. So mind you, he had cut his family off, so I didn't know he even got back in touch with his sister, who was the AKA. They secretly linked back up. I didn't even know, because this whole time he made it seem like he don't fuck with his family like that. So I guess him and his sister was secretly linked up. They was secretly having meetings. I don't know. So I guess that's when the plot to begin to sacrifice me. And that's when the relationship got even more toxic. That's when it got abusive. It was already bad, but it got worse before. So I think they have been planning this for years, actually. My family was involved, my mom was involved, my dad was involved, my friend was involved. It's actually like disappointing, like. But yeah, so let's skip to I'm trying to think, 2023. Yeah, so mind you, he's telling me that he doesn't talk to his mom or sister anymore, but we share a phone bill. We share the same phone line, so I'm able to check the Verizon account and see who he was talking to or whatever. And I'm seeing that he's talking to his sister and his mom like every other day, and they're having long conversations. Mind you, I don't really care at this point. I'm like, why even lie? Like, it's not a big deal. Like, I thought that was a red flag. Like, why are you lying about talking to your family? So I asked him, I'm like, I thought you wasn't, I see you and your sister had like, long 30-minute combos. He was like, no, I didn't talk to her, but I don't know what you're talking about. I was like, okay, whatever. Okay, I'm gonna just skip to the sacrificing part. So the actual sacrificing, they have been planning it for years. And I had been going through spiritual warfare. I was seeing like evidence, and like God was trying to show me, because every time I would get on YouTube, a denounce video of somebody denouncing their Greek organization, those videos kept getting recommended to me. I feel like God really wanted me to watch those videos and really understand the organization that he was a part of, that he claimed he wasn't a part of, but he never denounced. He was always still a part of it. So 2023, towards the end of 2023, my discernment was going off. Like, I remember being at work, like I couldn't even like focus. Like, I just felt really heavy in my spirit. Like the Holy Spirit was really trying to talk to me. Like, I couldn't sleep. I felt really like heavy. Like, that's when the gang stalking started too. Like, people were trying to hack into my account. I was finding air tags in my car. I'm like, what is going on? And I would go to him and ask him like, hey, like, I just found the air tag in my car. I don't know, somebody's trying to stalk me. But on today, I'm like, somebody's hacking into my account. I'm telling him all this stuff is going on. He's like trying to pretty much gaslight me. Oh, it's probably nothing. No, it's nothing. I'm like, and then the air tag, when I found the air tag in my car, I telling him, I'm like, it's the air tag in my car. But it was a rental car, so he made it seem like, oh, that's probably just a rental company. They put the air tags in the car to keep track. And I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. It was people trying to hack into my email, like people trying to sabotage my business. Like, they did a lot. Like, so then one day I just had a vision. Like, that's when my spiritual gifts began to open up. I had a vision one day, I kid you not. And God just told me, like, you need to leave. Like, just leave the marriage. I didn't know why I was leaving, but God just said, just leave. And I was getting downloads and visions of him. Like, the dreams were, like, coming in back to back to back. I normally get dreams, but during that time, my dreams were coming in clear, crystal clear. Like, I'm having dreams, visions of, like, exactly what is happening. Like, once I had a vision that, like, I had seen him in a dream trying to sacrifice me. So I asked him the next day. I woke up. I'm like, I had a dream that you were trying to sacrifice me. I'm like, what is going on? Of course, he gaslit me again and said I was crazy. It's just all in my head. But I don't know. I trusted something. Told me to trust my intuition. So I did. Now I was getting like literal proof. Like, God was showing me different things. Like, it was crazy. Like, but yeah, I'm just having all these dreams and visions at once. Like, mind you, prior to that, I never really had visions like that. But I guess my spiritual gifts got activated when that happened or whatever. But yeah, I'm literally seeing everything. I'm seeing him in the meeting. with the other alphas and AKAs. I seen the vision, how much money was offered. I seen everything. Like, I literally seen everything. I didn't let him know that I knew. I just, you know, because we were still living together, and that was the scary part about it. Living with somebody, knowing they are trying to actively sacrifice you. Was like, I had to be quiet. I couldn't let him know what I knew, because I had to move smart. But yeah, it was crazy. Like, it got to the point to where, like, I had to lock my room door when I went to bed. Like, 'cause we had been stopped sleeping together. He was sleeping in the other room or in the couch. So, but I was sleeping in the bedroom. I would have to lock my door because I didn't feel safe around him. It was times that he, I guess he would do, like, we were doing whatever to try to kill me at that point. It was getting weird, like, try to poison me. He would do, like, rituals under the moon. It was times where he tried to physically kill me with his hands. Like, it was two times I had to call the police. Like, one time I was escorted out on the ambulance because he busted my head open. Like, he was really trying to kill me. Like, it was serious. Like, he was trying to kill me. But I guess it didn't work or whatever, because I'm protected or whatever. I ended up getting a restraining order. Like I said, I'm leaving a lot of details out. I'm leaving, even the part where his sister, she was doing witchcraft on me for, like, the entire relationship. She attempted to try to destiny swap with me. That didn't work. He was trying to destiny swap. Like, that's what this whole thing is about. People, wanted to destiny swap with me. They wanted my life, which is really, really weird. And the weird part about him is he went, like, I listened to tarot, but not like that. He went and must have went to a tarot reader and got some information about me. I guess the tarot reader must have told him I'm destined for greatness. And he didn't tell me that. He snuck and went to, like, a psychic or a tarot reader. They told him, yes, I have greatness in my future. So instead of him telling me that, because I was very depressed at that time, very discouraged, I feel like if he would have told me that would have, like, I don't know, boosted my confidence. He kept that information from me and tried to, like, sacrifice me and try to take my destiny for himself on some shady ass shit. Like, him and his sister they both were doing that. And I'm leaving, like I said, I'm leaving a lot of details out. But over the years, him and his sister, his mother, both were aggressively attacking me with witchcraft. Yes, he comes from a family of Masons and Eastern Stars, so I'm not really surprised. But back to the sacrifice. Yeah, we was living together, and he was actively trying to sacrifice me. He didn't know that I knew, because like I said, I had to play it smart and, like, make my exit very strategic. But when I got the restraining order, because I had proof, because he actually attacked me, and I called the police. The police came in right in time, and the court granted me a restraining order. So all of this is, like, I have evidence of all of this. Like, it's a paper trail of all of this. So I got the restraining order. That kind of helped, because I was able to remove him from the apartment. He was banned from the apartment, which was great. So he wasn't allowed to come back. But after that, the gang stalking still got worse. They was trying to put me out the apartment. They was calling the landlord every single day, telling them I'm selling drugs. The leasing office calling my phone, coming to my door every day, wondering what's going on. They was trying to put me out of my apartment, put me out of my car. They was sending people in. That was the worst part. So they was even sending people in. Like, the gang stalking was probably the worst. Like, they was paying people to come. They was paying my neighbors to troll me, paying people I used to work with. They even paid people on Instagram. It's a dude named Dominique Claire. The only reason why I'm saying his name, because he, like, on Instagram, he, like, presents himself as, like, a motivational coach or, like, a fitness guru, but he's not. He's really a paid. Him and his wife are paid agents. They were paid to try to stalk me, troll me. I don't know. It's weird. And they target single black mothers. I don't know. They work for the occult or whatever, but I'll put his picture up there, but I don't really know how to edit videos. But if I figure out how to edit videos, I'll edit his videos. I'll edit his picture in there. But yeah, him and his wife are very dangerous. They were paid to troll me and stalk me. The only reason why I'm bringing this up, because they still are trolling me to this day. Like, this stuff is still going on to this day. Like, I caught them, like, I survived, and they're still trying to, like, actively sacrifice me. It's very, very weird. So I feel like the only way they might stop is if I expose them. But like I said, I don't even feel like even saying these people's name. I'm actually even embarrassed to even know these people, but I think the world needs to know. Okay, so like I said, I'm skipping around, but as you can see, the sacrifice did not work. By the grace of God, I'm still here. Not only did the sacrifice not work, but it backfired badly on everybody involved. Like, everybody that was involved in trying to sacrifice me literally is sick, in poverty, going crazy, losing their minds. So that's the lesson to anybody. Like, don't sacrifice people, especially your loved ones. Don't sacrifice anybody at all. Like, I feel like if you want success in this life, you have to work for it. And that's the thing about my ex and his sister. She's an attorney. Why did you feel like you had to sacrifice me to get ahead? You was already in a good position. You had a good job. Why did you feel like you had to sacrifice me? Even him, my ex, he's a talented musician. You could have made it without having to sacrifice me. I'm not understanding. Like, what were they hoping to gain by sacrificing me? Why did you want my life? You had a decent life. And I thought that's where greed will get you nowhere. Greed will be a person's downfall. Like, it's very weird. Like, most of the people that are involved in trying to sacrifice me have more than me. It's crazy. Like, I don't understand, like, why they want my life, why they're obsessed with me. But that is beside the point. The whole point of this video is to denounce my association with him, denounce our relationship. I'm not associated with him. I've already repented to God for even being in a relationship with him. And I feel like I got with him for all the wrong reasons. I got with him for his potential, which that is a mistake. Never date somebody for their potential. They need to already be where they need to already be in a good place or whatever. But yeah, God, if it wasn't for God giving me those visions, giving me those downloads, I would probably be dead right now. Like I said, we was living together. He was actively trying to sacrifice me. Like, he didn't know I knew, but like, I'm smart. Like, I'm seeing him. Like, our phones are connected, so I'm seeing him beat up, going to secret meetings at night. I'm seeing him go under the moon to do these silly moon rituals. Like, and that's another thing. You a grown ass man, you're doing rituals under the moon when all you got to do is just put in the work. Like, that's crazy to me. But like, I'm seeing the plot. I'm having the vision. And the thing is, the people that he was trying to set, the organization that he was trying to sacrifice me to, they did not give a damn about him. They was using him just to get rid of me. Because I had a vision of that too. I had a vision of him. They didn't even pick him. He didn't even get the level up that he wanted. Whatever he was promised to him, whatever the money, and I seen that amount of money God showed me too. It was a lot of money, but it still wasn't worth it though. He was never going to get the money. Like, I'm having visions of the people. They were lying to him. They were going to use him to take me out, and he was never going to get the money, the position that was promised to him. Yes, but yeah, not only was he never going to get the money because they were tricking him to sacrificing me, he wasn't even they weren't even going to pick him for the position. I don't know if they didn't pick him because he didn't get the job done, but the vision that I seen, they was never going to pick him in the first place. They were just using him to get the job done. He fell for it like a dummy. Like, that's crazy. I don't even know why he did that in the first place, but that's a lesson for him, a lesson that he's going to regret for the rest of his life. But this video is not about that. It's between him and God. Hopefully he gets it together with God, whatever. That's none of my business. But this video is to warn people, be careful. Like I said, not only was he a member of the Alpha Phi Fraternity, which is demonic, he's also a warlock. Like, I skipped a lot of this part out, but he was siphoning my sacred energy. That's why I'm big on protecting your sexual energy. He was actually stealing my sexual energy. I didn't know he was a warlock. I didn't even know he was into he was really good at playing dumb. But he wasn't dumb. He knew all about the occult. He was into it heavy. He knew all about how to steal women's sexual energy. And he was doing that too, and draining me, depleting me. He would steal my sexual energy, and I would be left depleted, depressed, no energy, while he would go out and, you know, and that's what he was doing over the years. That's why when I finally detached myself, I removed my energy, That's why he could barely survive without my energy. He was using my energy this whole relationship. So when I finally snatched my energy back, he like literally can't even really survive. So be careful with these. A lot of these men out here, they play like they real niggas. They play like they're solid, like they're loyal. They're not. They really demonic warlocks. I'm telling you. I might do a video talking about like how people steal your sexual energy, and it's the people you least expect. Like I never would expected him to be like a vampire or like somebody that like would steal my sexual energy, but he was into a lot of dark stuff. He was literally feeding off my energy. So just be careful. And if you are married to somebody in the Greek fraternity, just know it doesn't matter if you're a Christian or you believe in Jesus, you believe in God. They don't. So that will affect you. And that's why the relationship was so dark and demonic. I did not understand why. It's because he was he pledged to Satan, and me being married to him by default, I pledged to Satan too, blindly. I didn't know that. So I really had to get out of that relationship. Like, and it wasn't until I got out of the relationship that my life instantly, like, and it was like a mindset thing. Like, it was like I just woke up one day, it was like, okay, I'm out of this. I instantly called my energy back, and instantly I lost weight, my happiness, I instantly got my energy back. Like, things shifted like instantly. Like, that was crazy. Like, I didn't know how much of my energy he was like using and holding. So I'm gonna come back with a part 2, because I feel like I left a lot of stuff out, and it's probably like I'm jumping all over the place. I'm not really good at telling stories and stuff like that. So like I said, I'm only doing this because God has been pressuring me to like get this out. I really, like I said, I'm embarrassed. This whole situation, everybody that has been involved, I'm really like genuinely embarrassed. Like, I'm genuinely embarrassed to even be associated with these people, but it is what it is. That's my story. I have to make another story because my family is not innocent too. They played a big part in the betrayal. They was actually working with my ex. I didn't include my family in this video. I will include them in another video because I wanted to make this video specifically about my ex and my family. They were also involved in the plot. It's crazy. So I will come back. I might make a series of just telling my story. Like, my life is like a movie. Like, the stuff I've been through, like, is wild. So yeah, that's it for now. Hope you guys enjoy. I'll be back with a part 2. Peace.